live. Hello Patreon, how are you guys doing? So as I mentioned in the post, I took all the questions that people asked me in my latest YouTube community post, and I thought, why not do it as a live with you guys? So in case you guys have any further questions, you can ask me in the chat, and then we can go along and discuss together. And then later I will post this on YouTube as well, so people can see the answers to the question. So where am I currently? I'm in Montpellier in the south of France. It's really pretty here. There's a park behind me. And fun fact, I'm actually going to the mall to return something, and I have the questions here on a paper. So I hope the sound is good. I don't have my microphone with me today, but let's get to the questions. And also stick to the end of the video because I will be answering one of the questions that was, what is my next destination, which was only confirmed today. So this is fresh news. Okay, let's start. So the first question I got was from Laren Shihan, and the question was, what is my favorite Armenian dish? There's actually the question, what is the favorite dish? So my favorite dish is actually something that I recently actually tried. So it's rapama. Basically, I haven't tried it all, but it's a very famous Armenian dish, and I only tried it in one of my recent videos back in last winter. So this dish is actually a pumpkin, and it has rice inside and some sweet dried fruits. Please excuse the noise in the background. So it has some dried fruit inside, and also sometimes dried lavash or fried lavash in a sense, or baked. So the reason why I haven't tried it in the past is because I'm not a huge fan of sweet food, but this really surprised me and I really enjoyed it, so I'm definitely gonna have more. So this was my favorite one. How would you describe Armenian food in relation to its neighbors? I think each one has its different flavors, but soon I will be visiting Georgia. Oh, I think I'm looking at the wrong camera side. Oops, sorry guys. Soon I will be visiting Georgia, so I'll try some more food over there and I'll make some videos for you guys. There is another question. What is the biggest holiday celebrated and food eaten? All from the same user. So I think rapama is also the same food that I just mentioned, is also a big one for holidays, especially in the fall, obviously, and winter. So during Christmas season, we're gonna pass this ventilation thing. During Christmas season, that's a big dish that is eaten, and a baby cries in the video. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is actually an interesting question. It's from Flanagan. Nectaro tea, how was the experience and how would you recommend it? So I'm assuming this person watched the video I made there and the photos I posted from there. So this is a tea house located in Lori, right outside of Vanadzor before Pambak village. And the reason why I went is because I saw their Instagram posts and I saw it listed on different pages for visiting Lori and tourist information. The thing with it is that I didn't realize that you need to actually call in advance and book them. So they're not always open. So you have to call in advance, let them know I'm coming, and book an appointment, and that's how they will get prepared to go and see it. The issue with that is that you have to decide a day in advance what package you want and what is it that you're going to be having, which in my case sometimes I change my mind a lot last minute. So it was an interesting experience. It was pretty, but that was kind of the thing for me. So if you're planning to go visit, make sure you call them in advance. Okay, it's really hot here today, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to save this question from Hago Polosyan to the end, which is what is the next destination? So we're coming to that one. What is your favorite Armenian dessert? So I'm not a huge sweet tooth, but one thing I really enjoy is the sujuk, the walnuts that are dipped in grape masala. So that one is something that I enjoy. Okay. This also stabilizer I'm using for my phone is pretty heavy, so this feels like a workout. We have a question from Sue YouTube. She is planning to spend a month in Armenia, but does not speak Armenian. And she's asking, she said she doesn't want to offend anyone by not speaking Armenian. The only language spoken is English, and there's a willingness to learn some phrases, but does not want to offend anyone. Obviously, that's understandable. I actually made an entire video, which I will link in the description here, that says, if you don't speak Armenian, what is it like to be in Armenia? And this video was actually made in collaboration with a Birthright Armenia volunteer who was from London and did not speak any Armenian. She actually also lived with a host family and spoke Armenian with the host family. Like the host family spoke Armenian, so she was able to navigate all of that. So I'm going to link it in the description. It's better, I guess, to show how her experience was and kind of see if there's any question from there. If you are willing to learn some phrases, I think saying barevtses when you walk into places, saying hello, it's similar to, you know, when you walk into a place in France and you say bonjour, it's a nice thing to do. So that's one, but no one will be offended. Everyone's very welcoming, and like I said, that video gives you a nice visual of how it is a day in the life if you are speaking English in Armenia. Let's see. What are the best things to do in Armenia in November? And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing this. Stansfield McLaury. So in November, this is actually an interesting question because I will try to make, there's a lot of interesting things to do in Armenia in the winter season, but a lot of times, a lot of the videos that I also made are for the summer season and spring season. But this time I'll try to make some. There's a lot of winter activities like skiing. You can go into the mountains and into like spas, springs, things like that. So I'll link some sources and websites where it lists all the winter activities. There's a tourism website of Armenia as well that I will include that has all the things to do based on the season and the regions in Armenia. I think we have a couple of more questions. Oh, this one's from Anastasia. Shout out to Anastasia. She's a regular and always comments and encourages me. So what are your goals and dreams? If I could put a meme right now, it's going to be the one that says, like, I'm just trying to get to Friday. So I don't necessarily know. But what I would love to get to in the, the short-term plans, I guess, is to be able to sustain and be able to travel to a lot of different places and film and interview as many Armenian communities around the world as possible and bring people together. So that's kind of like my short-term plans. So hopefully I'll get there soon. We'll see. We have a question from Instagram. I also posted this Ask Me Anything question on Instagram. And someone asked me, when are you visiting LA? LA is definitely on my list, and I really, really, really want to. Bless you. I'm just trying to. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to plan ahead because obviously LA is pretty far from where I am now, so I'm trying to do planning a trip for around that side of the world. So to go to LA will be definitely on the top of that list. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted. So this brings me to the last question. As I navigate through the streets, this brings me to the last question, which is, where is your next destination? So I'm happy to announce that today, only today, I booked my flight to Cyprus. So that's what's happening. After Cyprus, I will be going back to Armenia. So please let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions, any recommendations, or anything related to visiting Cyprus. It was very, I've never been, so I'm very excited and interested to see what's there and film there. So let me know in the comments. With that being said, I can't see myself anymore from the sun, but I just want to say thank you so much for joining, and hopefully I will see you guys soon. I'll do another live like this, so let me know if you have any other questions, and let me put my paper on the other side. Thank you so much for watching.